Water.
Earth.
Fire.
Air.
The false Avatar Yun and his destructive campaign of revenge is at an end, brought down by the true Avatar Kyoshi. But the delay in locating and training her, as well as the disastrous actions of Earth Sage Jianzhu, have left the Earth Kingdom weak and vulnerable. Bandit groups known as Dao Fei vie for power and territory, and even the citizens behind the walls of Ba Sing Se are not safe. Remnants of the Fifth Nation, a southern water tribe pirate group, and the Yellownecks, a particularly brutal outlaw organisation, still linger in the shadows, waiting for the opportunity to strike. With the Earth Kingdom in disarray and Kyoshi needing competent allies to help restore balance, who will answer the call?
G'day, I'm Brandon. I'm playing Keeko Moo, Waterbender from the Southern Water Tribe, and I'm just looking for a good time.
Hello, my name's Andrew. I'm playing Jedd, the disgraced Airbender.
Hello, my name is Archie. I play Ted, the Airbender. I'm traveling with my brother Jedd to assist Kyoshi in her fight.
Hi, I'm Bree, and I'm playing Lilly Hannah from the Earth Kingdom, and she is a small child who gets in trouble.
Hi, I'm Dragon. I'm playing the character Tilla, who is a Sandbender from the Earth Nation.
And I'm Owen, the Dungeon Master of our Avatar Legends campaign, The Legacy of Kyoshi, which starts right now. Hello there, lovely listener. This is just a warning to let you know that this episode of The Legacy of Kyoshi may contain adult language or adult themes. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello. Greetings, welcome back. It is wonderful to see you all. Flamio Hotman, welcome back to Avatar Legends. We are excited, we are ready to be jumping back into The Legacy of Kyoshi, our very excellent follow-up campaign to the Embers of War. We're going to be jumping back in really, really shortly. I've only got probably two quick announcements. One's very exciting. For those of you who happen to live in Brisbane, Gold Coast, Logan, Ipswich, Southeast Queensland, yeah, we've got one there. Sunday morning, you've now got something exciting to come and do. I'm going to be doing a live stage D&D event at the Collectors Market at the Distillery Road Markets in Beenleigh. I'm going to be up on stage dressed up in full costume, in cosplay, as a Yuan-Ti Paladin for a 3-hour live stage session at the Collectors Market. It's going to be lots and lots of fun. We're on stage at 9 a.m. on the Sunday morning, so it's a nice early morning start. Should be a lot of fun. There's going to be loads of cool things on at the Collectors Market, so if you are around in that area, come and say hi. And I mean it. Come and say hi. I'm not scary. I'm very chill. Come and say hello afterwards. I'll be hanging around for a bit, go and check out some of the really cool stalls. Arcane Adornments, which is one of the lovely stores that we really, really love here at the Lost Archives. Not sponsored, just love them. They've got some really, really cool RPG and D&D collectibles and things that you can use. My favorite is their dice potion. So essentially you have like a vial filled with a potion and a dice in it. With a d20, you shake it, turn it upside down, and like a magic 8-ball, the dice floats to the surface and tells you what your roll is. Really cool. I'm going to get myself a couple of those because they sold out really quickly last time. And that's what I'm giving as presents for everybody. Yay! So come and say hi. If I am there and I'm around, just come up and say hello. I'm about this awkward in real life as well, so you'll be fine.
Yay!
It's true.
It is true. This is just me. This is who I am as a person. I was about to say, this is me. Here I am. I was going to do this. So it's just proving the point. It's no putting on. This is just how I am all the time. So come and say hello. The other fun announcement I have to share is that we have everything up and running perfectly again. All the streams are back. Regular programming as normal after our pretty horrific, I don't want to say like Microsoft-induced technical difficulties, but that's kind of what it was. It is now all sorted. Andrew tonight was running a teensy bit late, and the last message he had was, I just need to update my computer, which I'm going to be honest, I felt the pit of my stomach drop out, and I was like...
PTSD.
It's a trap! PCSD, is that what you just said?
PTSD.
PCSD is even funnier though. It's like a play on words.
I was confused.
So I was really worried for a second when I heard you updating your computer, but it seems to have not had any long-term impact. You seems okay.
Yep.
The other. This isn't a fun announcement. This is just how excited I am. The trailer for Assassin's Creed Shadows dropped. Oh, it looks really good.
Yeah.
Is that the one set in Japan?
Yeah. 1500s, I
seen it.
think. Okay, when we finish
saw
tonight,
the
you need to watch it.
notification on Twitter.
Oh, it looks
I'm keen.
really good. Yeah. So it follows a really interesting historical character as one of the main characters. It's got the two main characters, but rather than like picking which one you play as, you can play as both, and you switch between them whenever you want. A shinobi, which is the assassin, and then a samurai, which is actually a real historical character called Yasuke, which was this, I think he was not African American, he was African, who had been like taken as a slave by missionaries over to Japan, and he actually became a samurai in Japan and served Nobunaga, I think it was, one of like the main Japanese leaders, one of the main rulers in Japan at the time. So really, really excited to play that game. I really hope, I can see people being like, Ubisoft, don't fuck this up. Please, Ubisoft, don't fuck this up. The one thing that brings me a bit of hope is it's the team who worked on Odyssey. I really enjoyed Odyssey. It wasn't an Assassin's Creed game. If you take off the word Assassin's Creed and just call it Odyssey, it's a perfect game because there's no expectations for what you're going to be doing. It's great. I actually really enjoyed Odyssey, much more than I did Valhalla, unfortunately. I really wanted to enjoy Valhalla because it's one of my favorite periods of history, but it's just, I don't know, it wasn't quite as good. So, Nobunaga, it was. Nobunaga, I was pronouncing it wrong. So we're, Nobunaga. So really excited to check out Assassin's Creed Shadows when it comes out. Haven't seen any gameplay yet, so it'll be really interesting to see what the gameplay looks like, but the trailer is well worth a watch. I'm really excited. It looks really cool. Again, set in Japan during an era where you had shinobi and samurai wandering around. Gonna be so sick. Archie, your impressions? Same?
Yeah. I'm super keen. It's probably one of my favorite periods, and also Japan, so 10 out of 10.
It's a bit early.
I don't think they need to call it Assassin's Creed.
What would you call it? Like Shinobi Creed?
I think just get rid of. I think they need to drop the Assassin's Creed.
Problem is though that they're
all the games that
always going to keep that name because that name sells, right? Like that's the reputation they're trading on. I agree. I think if you pretend that Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla are not Assassin's Creed games, it actually improves them. If you just remove the Assassin's Creed from it, it actually does genuinely improve those games.
Because to me, Assassin's Creed is the whole animus and
Let's be honest. Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations, that kind of 3 trilogy, really for me was the absolute peak of what I would consider the core Assassin's Creed game.
Yep, and then spoilers for anyone: Des Miles died, and that was it.
Yeah, that was at the end of Black Flag. Oh no, what am I saying? I fucking love Black Flag. Sorry, I had a moment where like Assassin's Creed 3 kind of like made me forget Black Flag for a minute. I fucking love Black Flag as well. Black Flag was awesome. But again, that was very much less Assassin's Creed, more I'm a pirate. And there are assassins around me, but I'm a pirate.
Yeah.
Pirates Creed. Which edition am I getting? Standard, Gold, Ultimate, Super Deluxe, Ubisoft Plus.
Ubisoft Plus, obviously. You gotta get the Battle Pass.
Oh,
Which one comes without ads?
How many, and how do I get like Helix? Where do I get Helix bucks? How many Helix bucks do I need? Look, fucking predatory editions of Ubisoft. I'm probably gonna get the standard edition because I'm sick of handing over $200 to Ubisoft every time I want to play a game, and then normally they release the extra stuff later on for a bit cheaper. And I used to really care about having to wait to play games, but my ability and time to play games is much more reduced than it was when I cared a lot more. So if I have to wait 6 months to play the DLC and to do the extra stuff, whatever, I don't care. And all the pre-order goodies and bonuses, they mostly end up just being cosmetic stuff anyway, so I'm not worried. I'll just get the standard edition most likely. Oh,
I want more of these. Give me more of these.
yeah.
That's yeah.
So did you guys, the Black Flag Collector's Edition came with like a pewter pirate mug, which I still use to this day. I used to drink out of it on stream, but I've switched to the Green Dragon mug, which Tom got for me for my birthday. So I've been enjoying that. But I used to drink out of the pewter mug from Assassin's Creed Black Flag that I've been using the whole time.
Somewhere. I don't think Ellie has it here. I don't know where it is, but we used to have like the Black Flag. Ellie got like the big collector's edition box back in the day, and it had the big pirate dude and the big black flag behind him, like on a big rock, all that sort of stuff. don't know where that's gone, but we did have that back in the day. That's when you went into EV games and stood in line.
Yeah, it's still around somewhere. Nah, last time I was at the house, I
You
stole
still
it.
have it.
It's my bad. I just really liked it. Yeah, it's taken him 4 years to notice. I stole that back in oh shit! I just realized undergrad was 7 years ago. Just vanished slowly. Stage left. So yeah, I look, if my computer can handle playing and streaming Assassin's Creed Shadows when it comes out, I absolutely will. We tried to do that with Valhalla very early on, and we encountered some technical difficulties, I am going to call them. So we'll see. If my computer can handle it, I'll do it. I bet it can't, though, judging by the look of it. That's all the fun announcements I have to share. Anyone else got anything fun to share? Does chat want to know if you're wearing a robe, Andrew? I'm going to guess it's just a hoodie.
Yeah, it's just a hoodie.
Yeah.
But you can use your imagination. That's okay.
But yeah, if you want it to be a robe, go for it.
We've just added a kimono to the Lost Archives store. Click below. You can get it now. Pre-order from a quadruple A developer. Oh, man. So that is all the fun announcements I think we have to share. Let us jump into the session. Andrew, you missed a fucking hell of a session last time. I'll do a full recap for you. Yeah, it's
You called it near full.
What?
I've been
Well-
recruited.
Yeah.
No.
I think I did something bad.
No.
you
We're all,
think.
we're all Seventh-day Adventists now. You've missed out.
Yeah, it was interesting. Oh goodness, let's do our recap. Let's jump in without any further ado. Let's do the recap. It's been 3 years since the false Avatar Yun has been struck down, and the world now knows the name of the true Avatar, Kyoshi. With the Earth Kingdom weak and vulnerable, Kyoshi and her partner Rangi have moved out to the Akoya Peninsula, sending out a message to each of the 4 nations. Come and help the Avatar build a better future. Answering the call are brothers Ted and Jedd of the Air Nation, Keeko of the Southern Water Tribe, and Lilly from Ba Sing Se, all making their way to meet with Rangi at the ruins of Avatar Mansion. After a brief meeting with Rangi, the newly formed team were given their first task: travel to the nearby settlement of Koru to investigate a string of thefts. Arriving in the settlement, the team split up, Keeko and Lilly heading down and introducing themselves to the matron Zulo and learning some of the background to the current situation. Keen to start interviewing the villagers for more information, Keeko set up a table in the town square while Lilly brought him the first witness, a young earthbender called Gime. Meanwhile, Ted and Jedd tried to follow some tracks they found out the back of a small farmstead. Unable to learn much of interest, they attracted the attention of the sole resident, an ex-guard from Ba Sing Se called Toka. They quickly learned that supplies from farms further out had been stolen, some of the lumberjacks noticing figures moving through the forest. Questioning Toka, Ted and Jedd learnt that Toka thinks it's a special spirit who can bend, which to them seemed pretty unlikely. While out looking for other witnesses to the thefts, Lilly spotted a teenager dressed in sandy brown clothes scoping out the village. After failing to get this newcomer to trigger a bomb, Lilly introduced herself and we learned this stranger's name, Tilla. After the two of them met up with Keeko, it was revealed Tilla was on the trail of the bandits from the Siwong Oasis, bandits whose MO matches what has been happening at this very village. After a little back and forth, the 3 agreed to work together on hunting down these nefarious ne'er-do-wells. Heading over to find what Ted and Jedd had discovered, Tilla's tracking skills allowed the team to follow a path leading into the nearby forest. Moving silently through the undergrowth, Ted and Jedd took to the higher branches, using airbending to leap from bough to bough, while the others used the thick ferns and underbrush to hide their presence. In a small forest clearing, a hasty campsite had been erected, tents surrounding a waning fire. 6 people were going through bags of food and examining clearly stolen goods, 3 men and 3 women dressed in ragged clothing, ranging in age from 20 to 30 years old. Just as the team were getting ready to spring an ambush, however, Lilly tripped on a log and stumbled out into the clearing, knocking over a water barrel and drawing the attention of the bandits. Initially suspicious of the sudden appearance of this young child, Lilly was able to win over the bandits and convince them she was alone and potentially interested in joining their group. While Lilly learned the location of the bandits' hideout and the name of their group, the Yellownecks, the rest of the team stayed hidden, ready to spring an ambush at any time. Ted, however, grew impatient and started an argument with Jedd, which escalated to the point that the bandits could hear the entire conversation. With the camp now on high alert, Ted unleashed a powerful blast of airbending which knocked the bandits backward and throwing them off balance. Moving into the center of the camp, King, the leader of the group, unleashed a blast of gravel, shredding the foliage around the borders of the campsite and calling out, "I don't know who you are, but you've made a terrible mistake attacking the Yellownecks." And that is where we left off last session. We are going to jump straight back in to that exact moment, and I am going to be starting us off in a... I'm going to call this initiative. We're definitely going to be using a combat encounter. Archie, you've got your hand up, I think?
Can I just quickly, so Andrew knows.
Yeah.
We were arguing, I remember, because
He remembers now.
I was upset that you made us leave home. And we were safe at home, and now we're stuck out here. And I blame you.
And you were bored.
Yeah, and I was
And you were bored.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, you'd waited for, I think it was about 5 hours while Lilly kind of like infiltrated the camp. And Ted, his ADHD was starting to kick in. Like, he'd been sitting still for a long time, really starting to get a bit antsy. And then when Jedd told him to calm down and be a bit more quiet.
Did Lily's mess up the get record?
No. Lilly messed up, but she actually managed to talk her way around it. So even though she tripped into the center of the campsite, because she's a young child, their initial reaction wasn't end her. It was...
They tried to end me. They had the big drills of dirt sticking towards me, and then I convinced them that I was just hungry, I was traveling, and talked my way out of it and talked my way into their group instead. So Sparrow, if you look at the Roll20, Sparrow is currently protecting me from you guys.
From the air blast from Ted.
Yeah. Pushing me back and saying, no, don't go up there. You need to be safe. Stay back.
Be careful, child. I will protect you. Yeah, pretty much.
And they know me as Daisy.
That's right.
So make it harder for Owen.
Yes, thank you for that. Because the one thing that doesn't confuse listeners and podcast audience is the fact that we have, all players, is a character with multiple names. Yeah, so...
I probably don't help with that either.
No, because you call me a different flower every time. I think, my character's just known as
Flower.
a flower.
Yeah.
At any point, just flower.
Hello, Blossom. Basically, from now on, right?
Don't take my names.
Blossom's not a type of flower. You said you had names for types of flowers. So Blossom is a part of a flower.
Okay, cool. Well, good. Don't use today's one.
What have you used so far? Daffodil.
Daffodil.
Yeah, what has he used?
No,
And
what was
something else.
lost?
I've only used 2.
No, you used one last session. Sunflower.
Sunflower.
You said you used sunflower last session.
Don't worry. Today's is ready.
Hey,
It's geranium, I'm calling it now.
I'm in.
Yay, perfect timing.
Yeah.
I have to say,
Timing.
that was a lot of fucking work stalling so that you could log in, but we're there. I did it. We did it, boys and girls. We're in.
That's what you call that? Okay, cool.
Stalling.
Philip.
Philip.
I'll remember that for next time.
Hey, we stole so much last week to
Yeah.
see if he would come.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Look, if I don't respond, I'm dead. Just full heads up.
I
And then
am
we
going
kept
to
making
be...
jokes about if you were dead, and then
Yeah.
I pointed out that we would all feel really bad if you had actually died, so
Yeah.
then
Also-
Owen took it back.
If I do actually die, just don't feel bad. It's okay.
Just don't feel bad.
No.
I feel
Make
extra
those
bad.
jokes.
I
I
feel
feel very
bad.
bad. Like I almost did it, but I didn't do it.
I wish I did.
We're going to initiate. An exchange.
What?
so-
Really?
Dragon, this is your first time doing the exchange. So the way it works is once I have initiated a combat exchange, you'll be able to select an approach, and depending on which approach you select, it'll determine the order that you go in the combat. So you always resolve defend and maneuver first, then advance and attack, and then evade and observe. So select the approach you'd like to make, and then you will roll depending on the approach you've made, and we will then be leaping into combat.
Are we doing that now?
Yes, now is a really good time if you were to select your combat approach, and let me know when you have. Sorry, you okay?
Done. Yeah, I said done, Daddy.
Okay. I just don't love the second part. Done is great. So stoked that you've got it
Okay,
done.
locked in.
Okay, thank you.
Father?
Weirdly enough, that's actually better. it's
Father?
actually better.
I'm glad you know that one.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
Alrighty. How are we all doing?
Done.
Done. I don't know.
Alrighty. Let me just select the combat
Let me double check one
approaches.
thing.
Alrighty. So, has everyone selected? We're all good?
Yeah,
Sure.
I just want to double check one thing. Within your group thing, you know, team please, you spend team at the end of each. Cool, sweet. Because it ended last session. Can I do one thing for my class before we start any combat or anything?
Absolutely.
I just want to change out my squad leader abilities. So I've got one for
No,
I
don't
earn
squad
one
leader.
team when I can do something diplomatic, like plead with an NPC, and another one's like gotta comfort someone. I want to change out diplomatic for a guidance assist situation.
Sure. Yeah, that's not a problem. Absolutely.
Sweet. I just want to just let you know that I've done that.
Awesome. And you've locked in a combat approach?
Already locked in a combat approach.
Perfect. If I click resolve, we should have everyone there. Oh, but it hasn't registered the NPCs. That's okay. I've got them here. I can see what it is.
What a shame.
I guess I
Oh,
don't
no,
get
skip that turn.
Oh, is it because they're in a separate... it's because they're in a separate tab. Okay, so here's how things are going to go. In our defender maneuvers, we've got Ted and Tilla and Lilly, and then Keeko and Jedd are both doing advance and attack. We've also got two of the bandits. I've clumped them together in different groups. We've got two of the bandits doing a advance and attack, and then Sparrow is going to be looking after you with an evade and observe Lilly. So let's get some more badass music going on, and let's jump into the defender maneuvers. So everyone who rolled with defender maneuver, Ted, Tilla, and Lilly, could you all please roll with focus for me?
Come on, baby.
Come on, baby.
8.
8 is good.
7.
7's alright.
Also an 8.
Okay. Why has the Beyond Legend tab gone weird? I had it set up perfectly, and now I can't see bits of it. That's okay. I'll just fix it up now. It's so weird. Alrighty, so let's go with. So all of you get to pick one approach. Absolutely. I'm happy to start with whoever would like to go first. Otherwise, if you're happy
I'll
to
go.
let me- Sure.
I know what I'm doing.
I'm gonna do
So-
my
I'm gonna
So
let
Jedd.
them go first and I'm gonna see.
with my 1. I'm gonna use my 1 mastered move, Steady Stance. I will assume a strong and steady stance. Any foes engaged with you who choose to advance and attack this exchange must mark 1 fatigue. And then there's some other stuff if anything happens.
Awesome. Alrighty. Actually, I'll bring us across to the map, hey, so that we can enjoy the gorgeous
Oh,
map.
and then I'll quickly shout out. I just want to quickly shout out. Actually, no, I won't do it yet. I'll do it later.
Okay. No
I've
dramas.
realised that they don't know
Okay.
like
No
how many
dramas
of
at
us there are.
Yep, that's very true. Alrighty, so the ones that are engaged with you, there are 4 that are engaged with you, so they have to mark 1 fatigue, correct?
If they do advance and attack,
All of them are doing advance and attack.
then yeah.
Okay, so that is your mastered technique. Fantastic. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's it. Thanks.
That's all you need to do. Brilliant. Lilly, what are you doing for your turn?
Sparrow is also defending and maneuvering, right? Or was
She's
she
evading and
advanced observe?
observing. She's
Okay.
Yeah, she's trying to protect you basically from the big bad airbender who suddenly like emerged from the forest and attacked her friends and comrades, and now is endangering the life of a small child.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to seize a position. So move to a new location. Any foe engaged you can mark 1 fatigue to blow this technique. I'm literally just gonna fucking move over here. That's okay.
Perfect. So as the combat breaks out, you duck past Sparrow's back, making a beeline for the tents and hiding yourself away behind some barrels towards the edge of the encampment.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Anything else on your turn, Lilly? No, that's your full turn. So, Dragon, the way it works is because you have rolled a success, a partial success, you can now choose one of the approaches there. There's some basic approaches that you can choose that fall under defend and maneuver. Examples of a basic approach are things like ready, retaliate, and seize a position. Otherwise, what you can also do is choose one of your mastered techniques as well. You might have some special playbook techniques. you may pick one of those. What would you like to do?
Work more fatigue to rid yourself of your environment.
So normally if you're in a situation where the bad guys haven't seen you yet, you're probably in a good space to like get yourself ready, maybe with retaliate. If you were to be spotted and they were to attack you, it would give you a chance to like hit them back, much more of a kind of defensive, reactive position. Otherwise, ready's pretty good.
Oh, is that what that does?
Yeah, so
Okay.
retaliate basically sets it up. So if anyone attacks you, you can like quickly jab them back and like use a bit of sandbending to knock them off guard, or get a bit of a hit back in if they try and hit you.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll do that one.
Fantastic. So you're currently behind the rest of the group, hidden around where Lilly had rendezvoused with you at the far eastern edge of the campsite. You don't think any of the bad guys have seen you yet. The other thing you could do as well, right, is you could actually use ready to give yourself a status, or to help Lilly out. If you were to do ready, for example, you might be able to rush over to Lilly and quickly give her a bit of a hand. You could inspire her really quickly, which would allow her to shift her balance. We know that she's been shifting her balance a little bit. So that could also be
I'm on
something
the
kind
edge,
of
BB.
on the edge.
You really are. Aren't you like on the edge?
I'm at +3 on survival.
I wish.
So I like if I have to if I have to shift towards survival at all during any of this, I go off the edge.
So how do I go move to Lilly to shift her thing the other
So
way?
you don't need to worry too much about actually being close to her. If you were to use ready, so you'd mark 1 fatigue and you'd maybe use some sand bending to like create a wall in front of Lilly of sand that might help keep her safe. Or you might surround the front of her with quicksand so that if anyone attacks her, they're going to drop into the sand. So you can use the bending. And this is what's really cool about this. Unlike D&D, where it's really obvious, like I do this spell, it does this. Avatar Legends is so much more open and so much more free-flowing. You really, you're given these very basic ideas of what you can do, and then you fill it in with your imagination and with however you want to do it. You get used to it, I promise. It's a bit of a mind shift from D&D initially.
To inspire, you could use your sand bedding to write "You got this" on the ground, or
100%.
something like that.
Yeah.
Anything stupid you can think of, you can do.
Yeah, or maybe even to get Lilly in a position where she's safe, you could throw sand in the eyes of someone attacking her, and that might give her a chance to recover. And so there's lots you can do.
Yeah.
This is why I don't pick bending. There's so much that you can do.
I
hate choice and free will.
I
we
just
just
want my
found
bombs and
the-
my traps.
I think we just found the Templar of the group for the Assassin's Creed fans.
That's
Tilla.
you and me.
Just you and me. Tilla, what are you doing?
I will do what you suggest. I'll create a little quicksand area around Lilly.
Brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. You mark 1 fatigue against yourself, and then let's say Tilla, you're hidden away in the undergrowth. You very quietly, very carefully twist your foot, causing the ground underneath you to kind of cave away, creating a line of sand that breaks through the rough stone, moving underneath the tent and forming this patch of quicksand in front of Lilly. This section of sand that if anyone tries to go after her, she's got this buffer to protect herself. Lilly, you immediately see this. You've seen Tilla sandbend a couple of times now. You watch as the ground just in front of you and around those barrels begins crumbling into sand. In fact, one of the barrels slowly begins to sink halfway into the sand right next to you. And you know that you've got a bit of a buffer. Yeah, right in front of you, creating this buffer between the rest of the bandits and you. What status? I think let's have a quick look at the statuses that might be appropriate. I think inspired, prepared, favored, or empowered. To be honest, probably inspired, prepared make the most sense. So you can help shift Lilly's principle if you like, or you can give her the prepared, which means that at any point she can get a +1 to a roll in the future. Probably it sounds like inspired's what you're going for, given Lily's rather atrocious balance issues. Lilly, you may shift your balance toward a principle of your choice. I'm guessing you shifted off the edge. Oh, actually, it's towards friendship. That's perfect. That's so perfect. That's really good. You get this moment of Tilla's got my back. It's okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Brilliant. That is all of our defend and maneuvers, our advance and attacks. Keeko and Jedd. Could I get the two of you to please roll with passion, and I'll talk you through what the bandits do.
I'll be rolling.
I'm going to not roll with passion.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to roll with harmony. Oh, no, actually, wait. That didn't work well at all.
You tried.
I've got a thing that's like quite like dancing. When I advance an attack, I roll harmony instead of passion.
Yeah,
But
in this case though, it's a 5.
I got mind of steel. I got a 6. I got 7. Sorry.
So, okay, at least you get to do something.
Cool. Okay.
Well, that's good for you though, because that means I haven't seen you, Keeko.
Also, on a myth, you can still do something.
You can still do something. You just have to shift your
from balance.
Yeah.
You can use a
Oh.
basic technique, not a mastered.
Bree, your circle there hurts me. I'm gonna give you some actual quicksand to put down.
Okay.
No offense.
So if I just
I
want
guess
to just
maximum
like
offense.
normal attack,
It's
I just have to keep my
very,
balance a
it's
little
very
bit.
with you.
What was that? Sorry.
Sparrow's on the right of Lilly.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, I just moved away from her.
Oh, okay.
How big would you say those barrels are, by the way, next to Lilly?
So the barrels are about, I'm going to say like a meter tall and roughly, because when they're standing upright, they're about a meter tall. So probably about as tall as Lilly. Lily's probably about a meter
About
tall.
as big as me.
About as big as Lilly. A bit wider than
If
Lilly
I put my
as well.
hands on my hips.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, I was going to say about 40, 50 centimeters wide. So yeah, probably about that.
They're a Lilly. Oh god, I was trying to do a Lilly worth of measurement, but I cannot think of the words right now.
That sand is way too hard
A
to
lily
see.
meter.
A lily meter. That's gorgeous.
lily
A lily meter. That's fantastic. I actually
I'm just going to move down
you,
to
Bree.
there, man.
There we go. We've got sand on the map. Enjoy. Alright. Yeah, sorry, Andrew.
Yep, move into the open. And I'm going to use my mastered technique, Thundering Gust.
Ooh. Talk me through.
So, jab at the air, or at the air around you, and sending a hurtling forward at incredible speed. Breed. Catching even the heaviest foes and tossing them aside. Mark 2 fatigue and inflict 3 fatigue on any foes in the path of the gust.
This is the exact move that
exact
got
same
us
one
into this trouble. Do you have the same mastered technique? Did you know that you had the same mastered technique? Did you plan this? Did you not even plan this? Outstanding.
They really are siblings.
He said Thundering Guts. I was like, man, that sounds familiar.
I actually kind of do like the idea of like independently you've created this technique and you haven't told your brother yet. Like each of you is like, I have this like Hail Mary technique of airbending that I've been working on for years and I've kept it secret from my closest friend and ally, my sibling. And then in this one fight, you both unleash it and then like look at each other like, oh. I came up with it. No, I came up with it first. That's what the argument was about.
I was just taught this. I don't know what I'm doing.
Jedd,
Same.
absolutely, you can do that.
Also means they get pushed back, which is why I asked. And if they mark an additional 2 fatigue, if they are flung back anyway that were either into a wall and becoming stunned or far enough away.
Yeah. So let's talk through. The easiest one is going to be Ruta, who is immediately thrown straight back into the tent that she is standing in front of. This is one of the...
Wait, how many people can it hit? That's the question.
So we had a bit of a chat about this last time, and we kind of interpreted it as almost like a cone in front of you, like Gust of Wind from D&D.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So if you wanted to kind of aim down the middle of this group of 4, you could hit Ruta, King Jett, and even Ark, who's sort of 20 feet away.
Done.
4
You
meters
sold
away.
me.
So, Ruta first. So how much fatigue do I mark if they're slammed into a tent?
If they're slammed into something, either into a
additional
wall or become mark additional 2 or be flung. They can mark additional 2 or be flung away, either into a wall and become stunned.
Okay.
So they take 3.
So take 3 and then add 2.
If they want to stop being.
Well, they
Ruta
can be
cannot take any more fatigue. As the second blast hits Ruta, the second one, she's just been thrown into the tent and the box is stunned, slowly like coming to her senses as she tries to stand up. Jedd, you just drop down from the trees and unleash another concussive blast of air. As she is thrown into the tent, dazed and confused, she is stunned once again. and she is slammed into the tent. She looks very hurt at this stage. King is going to be thrown back towards the campfire. He is going to take some damage as well. He's not going to be resisting this effect either, which means he is also stunned. Jedd is thrown backwards towards Lilly, just in front of the quicksand. He is also going to be stunned. And most brutally of all, Ark is thrown backwards into the barrels, which is going to also quite badly hurt Ark and also stun Ark. As you stun 4 of the 6 bandits in a single move as you unleash this blast of airbending. Nicely done. I mean, I have to ask, but
he's
back.
It's so funny. He's back. He's back, baby. I can't. Yeah, I mean, I hesitate to ask. Is there anything else you wanted to do on your move? I think you're probably done, but just in
that's
case.
it. That's all I want to do.
Cool.
Job's done.
They're stunned, so they can't make their advance and attacks. Only Olik is left. She's going to make her advance and attack. She was going to do something different, but after seeing you emerge out of the bushes and then send another blast, she goes, "There's more of them!" You watch as she slams down into the ground, pulls up this enormous stone drill, splits it in 2, and then punches forwards towards the 2 airbenders. Ted and Jedd, could I get you both to mark 2 fatigue, and you cannot choose advance and attack on your next turn, as this
Wait,
blast.
what was that, sorry?
2 fatigue, and you cannot take advance and attack on your next turn unless you take the insecure condition.
Okay.
So you have to take defend a maneuver or evade and observe next turn, or mark the insecure condition, or the insecure. Yeah.
Cool.
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 The rest of them can't do fuck all. Last up is Sparrow, who watches Lilly run away and goes, "No, stay close to me, stay close to me." As she sees her companions being tossed about like fucking leaves in the wind, she's going to that completely changes her turn. The fact that you kind of ran away a bit. She's going to. Yeah, she's going to.
She walks up to Lilly, steps on a landmine or something.
Secrets.
Yeah. Sparrow's going to, although her companions have been knocked down, she's going to rush forward to Ark, and she is going to basically help Ark back up and remove his stunned condition so that he can act immediately the next turn, kind of like help him back and also resolve. There we go. Perfect. Alrighty. That is everyone. We are going to jump into the next round of combat. Make sure you choose your approach. I will choose for the NPCs.
Just quickly,
Hello,
before
friend.
I choose, I have a move, and it says, so, if I have 5 fatigues, what does that mean?
As in, like, you've got no more space for fatigue?
Yeah, like if I get
You start
to 5,
marking conditions.
Okay, so but if I go up to 5 and then lose 2, then that's okay.
Yeah. You can
Yeah,
remove
okay,
fatigue.
cool.
It's
I
just
wasn't
if
sure
you've
that
got if you've got 5 fatigue and you have to mark more fatigue, you instead mark conditions. Same as if you've marked all your conditions and you have to mark
Okay,
more
cool.
conditions, you instead mark fatigue.
Okay, cool.
Like the combined, your fatigue and conditions combined are kind of like your health in this.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Easy.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, gotcha.
Alrighty, has everyone selected their approach? I can see
Yes.
Ted has, I
Yeah.
can see Keeko Moo has. Brilliant. Alright, let's click resolve. Everyone's
Did I make
there.
it?
I
You
think
did.
I made it.
Okay, this is an easy one. We've got advanced and attacks and evade and observes. Keeko, Lilly, Jedd, and Ted. No, sorry, Keeko, Lilly, and Jedd. Could you all please roll me with passion? Although I think, Keeko, you're rolling with
Focus.
harmony, aren't you?
And
And Ted, Tilla, and the bandits are going to be doing evade observe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, this is going to be good, isn't it? Oh boy. Okay, so we've got a 3 from Lilly, that is a miss. We've got an 8 from Keeko, that is a success with consequences, and we've got an 8 from Jedd, that is also a success. Let's go with Keeko first. Keeko, what would you like to do?
Okie dokie. I would love to get to that big barrel of water and just start pulling out and just like blasting King with just like peppers of like little like water bullets, just like a water gun. But
Fantastic. So it sounds like you're doing a strike.
painful. Yeah, a strike. Yeah, I forgot to say strike before I said that.
It's okay. Who would you like to target?
Going straight for the king.
Straight for king. Okay. As you rush up to the water barrel, this is the water barrel that Lilly did not knock over. As you rush forwards, pulling out the water into this arc around you, slamming it in front, and then punching out these blasts of water. King must. Let me have a quick peekaroo. So, did you want to mark a fatigue to force him to take take an extra fatigue, or to force him to take a condition instead?
Ooh.
So he'll mark 2 fatigue or a condition or shift his balance, but you can tell me what it is by marking a fatigue instead.
I want it to be fun to shift his balance. I want that to be something cool.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. In that case, then I will reveal that his balance, you're shifting him. If you shift him, it's towards cunning.
Ooh. Shift him towards cunning. You know what? I don't think I've ever used like a strike to shift someone's balance before. So, you know what? It's been like 2 years. We're doing it today. I'm marking fatigue. I'm going to shift his balance towards cunning.
Fantastic. His balance is shifted towards cunning. Brilliant. Alrighty. Jedd.
Yes, I made a mistake. That's okay.
What's the mistake?
Mistakes.
Did you roll with the wrong? You rolled with the wrong principle, didn't you?
No.
No. Focus is good.
Yeah, I really should have done a bit of stuff. But that's okay. We'll continue on anyway.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
What you gonna
If
do?
it ain't broke, don't fix it. I can mark a condition instead of a fatigue if I'm running out of fatigues, right?
That's correct.
Yep. Cool.
Are you going for another blast of air?
Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna go here, and I'm just gonna aim down. Is there a way I can?
Yeah, the little ruler.
Use the ruler.
Just aim down here.
Yeah. So Oleg, Jett, Ark, and Sparrow are all going to be caught in this. Yeah, mate. I mean, let's mark the fatigues. Oleg is going to be thrown immediately into a tent. Oleg hasn't taken any damage so far, so that's... Oh no, sorry, Oleg's taken a little bit of damage. This is the second bit of damage that Oleg's taking. Oleg's thrown into the tent. Jett is thrown against the barrels and is immediately knocked out of the combat. Jett is out. Ark is immediately knocked into the barrels. Ark is just not knocked out because Ark was helped by Sparrow. Sparrow is thrown backwards towards the tent, but does not smash into the tent.
If they don't refuse to move, they get stunned if they get knocked into something.
Yeah, so Ark is stunned. Sorry, that is correct. Sparrow is not stunned because Sparrow does not get knocked into anything, but Oleg is then also stunned. Yes, Oleg is also stunned.
Cool.
Yep. Holy shit.
This mind blast is so good.
This is so bad. Alrighty, it is the bandits' go. And this time... Oh, sorry.
Excuse me, can I please
Shift your balance.
shift towards survival?
She doesn't have a choice because she's already on the survival pathway.
Anyway, shift towards survival. And I would like to use Smash. So, mark 1 fatigue to destroy or destabilize something in the environment, possibly inflicting or overcoming a fictionally appropriate positive or negative stats. So, I'm going to, at seeing like Keeko come out and then see that blast of air, I'm going to be like, oh my god, what's going on? Duck behind the barrel, push the barrels.
Yeah.
Accidentally, and trap Ark.
Oh, so like knock the barrels that are stacked,
to-
you like bump him and it falls onto Ark as he's like pushed up against the barrels.
I would like to inflict trapped on him, which means he is completely helpless and must mark a combination of 3 fatigue or conditions to escape.
So trapped is a big step forward. He is, however, already stunned. So
Exactly.
yes, this does happen.
He is laying down, and I am knocking 2 me-sized barrels onto him.
As you rush forwards, the barrel's already destabilized by the massive hit they took when Ark was thrown backwards into them. The barrels are already teetering. Lilly, you take advantage of this opportunity. Rush forwards, pushing up against them, almost stumbling, like performance-wise, trying to pretend that you're just having a bit of a stumble.
Trying to pretend I'm hiding behind them or something.
Yeah, as you bump the barrels, you watch as the top barrel teeters for a moment, and as it leans backwards, you think for one horrifying second that it's about to land on your head. But but it doesn't. Instead, the momentum carries it and it drops forwards, smashing on top of Ark and trapping him underneath its wooden. Actually, I'm going to say for the purposes of hilarity, it falls perfectly vertical. The bottom smashes over his head and he is trapped in the barrel. His arms pinned to his side as you see his head poking up from the top of the barrel. He's sort of still a bit stunned. You hear him go, "I don't want to wake up. No, don't make me go to school." As he stumbles around a little bit, trapped inside this barrel. Out fucking standing.
I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Wait, Sparrow, are you okay? And yeah, pretend like I'm still
on their side
with them.
Yeah, fantastic. What was your child name? The Dalfay name? Itty bitty bandit.
Daisy.
Bitty.
Oh no, itty bitty bandit.
Bitty bandit. That's it. I'm thinking, yeah, it's very appropriate. Okay, the good news is we've now got finally some advanced attacks from one of the bandit groups. This bandit group is King and Oleg. Jedd and Ted, the flower pot men. As King and Oleg rush forwards, because obviously... Oh no, Oleg's stunned! King is not stunned. Yeah, King's not stunned because he's stunned from last time's one-off, and Ruta is no longer stunned because her stun was one-off from last time too. So Ruta and King. Ruta, seeing her sister get knocked into the tent, you watch as she shakes her head furious, slams her hands down and pulls up this wave of stone that slams towards you, Jedd. Could you please mark the frightened condition? And I am also going to have you disengaged as you are thrown backwards towards the forest floor. There's nothing in your way, so you don't smash into anything. But as you are thrown down, you do also need to mark a condition.
You said frightened?
Frightened, please.
Where is that?
Oh, sorry.
Afraid condition.
Afraid, sorry.
Afraid?
Yeah, sorry. Calling it my own stuff. Did you already have afraid marked? Because if you do, you have to pick another one.
No, I just marked just then.
Legend. Yep. As you're thrown down and smashed into the forest floor, you see Ruta rushing forwards, like anger on her face as she sees you having like hurt her sister. And as she calls her, she goes, "No one hurts my sister!" As she rushes towards you. King, however, seems to be holding his head. You watch as he slowly bends down, picks up a section of dirt, and as he begins to crush it between his hands, you watch as the stones around begin to be pulled in, forming this intensely compacted lump of stone. And as he reaches up and then slowly brushes off sections of it, forming it into this razor sharp, almost what looks like a throwing knife made of stone. He chucks it up once and then looks over towards you, Ted, and goes, "I told you, you shouldn't have messed with the Yellownicks." And then as he flings it towards you, this almost like a throwing knife made of intensely dense and sharpened stone flies towards you. As it cuts into your neck, what I'm going to get you to do, Archie, if you'd be a gem, could you please mark a condition of your choice and 2 fatigue?
You did, yeah.
He's got a... What's up? What's up, Buttercup? Are you down?
No, I have a question.
Yes.
So, would my defender maneuver effects wear onto this round?
That's a really good question. No, they normally end at the end of the exchange. That's why they're in a certain order, so that each thing is contained within one exchange.
Okay, cool. I just thought I'd check. What was the question? What are we doing?
I need you to mark a condition of your choice and 2 fatigue, please. Oh, he doesn't look happy about it. Are you down?
Oh, my fatigue is full.
Hey, we got him. Yeah, as this knife cuts through for a moment, it's aimed directly at your neck, looking to cut your jugular vein. You manage to get your hand up at the last second, deflecting the knife as it slams into your shoulder and continues through you, puncturing a hole through your upper torso and slamming into a tree behind you. As you reach forward, you look down, your hand is covered in blood. Then we move on to our Evade and Observes. Ted and Tilla, could I get you guys to remove 1 fatigue, because you are evading and observing, and then could you also please roll with harmony or with complete brain creativity is the one I was thinking of.
So I mark 2 fatigues.
Yes.
But that would put me at 6 fatigues.
So instead you mark 1 fatigue and 2 conditions.
Okay. And then I lose a fatigue because it's
evade and observe.
Evade and observe.
Exactly.
Okay. Angry and troubled.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, what am I rolling with, sorry?
Tilla.
Creativity or harmony.
Creativity or harmony. Tilla, harmony, 11. You get to pick a mastered and a basic. You get to pick 2 mastered. You've got so many options here. You can do lots of good stuff. What are you thinking?
I want to use Hinder.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So in this case, who would you like to target?
How big is it? Like, how big is the radius of Hinder?
You're kind of picking one person that you
Picking one
interrupt.
person? Okay, so
Yeah, normally one person. If there's people like on top of each other, that's fine. So for example, if Jedd and Arc was still up, I'd say that applies to both of them. Absolutely.
good. I want to apply Hinder to King.
Yep, that's a good call.
What does Hinder do?
So it allows you to
Looking
inflict a
appropriate.
status. So for example, a status you might do is if you turn the ground underneath him to sand, that might be impaired because he's now slowed and off balance. He can no longer make these attacks, which means he has to mark a fatigue or he takes a minus. Oh, sorry, no, he just chooses one fewer technique on his turn. You could stun him. You could throw sand in his eyes. You could reach into your pocket, pull out pocket sand and right into his face, which would mean that he basically loses that turn. He now can't do anything on the next turn. If you were to like drop him into like a pitfall, like what Lilly did by putting a barrel around Arc, you might be able to drop him into a bit of quicksand.
Yeah,
There's options.
I'm gonna turn the ground underneath him to quicksand.
Perfect. I'd say then to start off with, he's now more slowed than anything else, but if anyone else was to fuck with him, he would be in a pretty tricky spot. So he is going to choose one fewer technique next turn, which means he can't do anything. So it's the same as stunned for him, basically. You also have one other move that you can kind of do in this moment. What would you be thinking? Got options.
If I was to use bolster,
Yeah.
would I be able to create like a shield around Ted?
100%. Yeah, absolutely. And that would potentially help prepare Ted. You might be able to give him a +1 to a roll when he wants it, or you could help shift his balance back towards a principle of his choice.
What are you saying?
I think he's saying help. Yeah.
Is that the
No metagaming. No metagaming. Thank you.
is that the +1? Because
I think it's fair to say that in like these situations, as you look over at Jedd, you can see Jedd is sprawled on the ground, a landslide having just dropped on top of him, and as he reaches a hand up, you hear help. It's not like D&D where like you have to kind of restrict yourself to 6 seconds. All this is kind of happening at once, and you can all talk through what you're doing as you're doing it.
I only have 2 conditions left.
He's fucked.
I'm doing this to Ted, not you, Andrew.
That's right, cool.
Your brother's the one that just got stabbed.
Yeah, you really did this to yourself. You used the big move twice in a row.
Yeah.
I also got stabbed twice, but that's fine.
Yeah, so I want to use bolster on Ted. So if I give him a positive status, what does that do?
So there are a couple of examples of different positive statuses. Inspired means that he can shift his balance towards a principle of his choice. That's what you did with Lilly last time. Prepared gives him a +1 when he wants it. He basically gets like a +1 to any roll that he chooses. Favored, he gets to choose an additional technique in the next exchange even if he misses. And empowered lets him clear 1 fatigue at the end of each exchange, which might be kind of what we're after for...
Prepared. Prepared.
At what point do we...
Prepared, you can also avoid
Yeah.
marking a condition.
Prepared.
Yeah. Prepared. Mark the status.
Be
prepared.
prepared.
Yeah, otherwise we're going to have to rename him to Dead, aren't we? Perfect. So who's getting prepared? Is that Ted, is it?
Ted,
Jedd.
yes.
Ted gets prepared.
Ted.
Ted.
The one that just got stabbed.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, thank you, Kalmanos. That's really lovely. Kalmanos has just given some subscriber, some gifted some subs to people. Thank you very much, mate. That's really lovely. Thank you. Thank you. Brilliant. Ted, you may mark the prepared condition, which is kind of well timed for you.
Can I use that +1 right now?
Yes, you can. Yes.
7.
That changes it to a 7. You may now use a technique.
Thank you. I would like to use my mastered technique, air cushion.
Yes.
Soften the blows an ally takes and get them back on their feet. Mark 1 fatigue to clear 2 fatigue, 1 condition, or any 1 status from an ally within reach who was struck by an attack this exchange.
Oh, poor Jedd, your brother. He's in trouble.
Yeah.
You gonna help him?
No, he's gonna touch himself.
I haven't been attacked in this exchange, have I?
Well,
Yeah, you were this exchange.
you were.
Oh,
Yeah. It doesn't say I can help myself, so I'm gonna have to
It says
help
an
him.
ally, so you can't help
Yeah.
yourself.
No, so I will clear. What's your sit? What's your sitch?
just anything would be great.
Fucked.
Any of those fatigue
As you
or-
like radio in, like what's your sit, you hear fucked over the other end of the radio. Over.
The way this is worded.
Are you Jedd or dead? Dead.
like my shoulders dislocated. That's how
Yeah.
bad it is.
A landslide dropped on your brother.
Yeah.
Is the best way to describe what you watched.
If you can you jump on my one, please?
Yes. Yes, I can.
Hold on,
The
mate.
wording,
Are you
the wording
okay?
of it is mark
He's
1
having a
fatigue to clear
stroke.
2 fatigue, 1 condition, or any 1 status.
So you mark a fatigue.
Yeah.
Jedd can now clear 2 fatigue,
And
or
a
a condition, or mark a
a-
status.
2 fatigue and a condition, or 1 status.
Ooh. Let me quickly read it.
Mark 1 fatigue to clear 2 fatigue, 1 condition, or any 1 status.
Nah,
If it's
it's
got a
because
comma,
it's
then it's a list.
it's a list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate. Nice try.
2 fatigue.
No, he gets to pick. Or do you pick? Are you picking
Oh,
for
No,
him?
no, yeah, it's too fatigue.
Two
yeah,
fatigue.
yeah.
Okay,
They're on the same wavelength.
cool. yeah. Well, that makes
Alright, I'm
sense.
doing fatigues again, so help me out now. Oh, also, does he get up? Does he stand up now?
I would argue that your air cushion, as you like create this tiny vortex of wind around him, it blows the stones off him and slowly like brings him to his feet as he stumbles and lands.
Okay.
Looking very much worse for wear, but
And I just want to I assume I'm in a bit of strife at the moment. I just want to be look after Chrysanthemum.
Who? What?
Oh, Lilly.
alrighty. I hope that joke was worth it because now
It
it's
was,
the
it's
bandits'
pretty
turn
good.
who are evading
Can
and observing.
I?
Yeah, buddy.
Thunderous Gust, my friend here, Ted, just for that.
You go so do you want to take a free action to punish him for that joke?
Just 300.
Yeah, go ahead.
just-
Yeah. And you don't mark any fatigue or conditions. Like, that's fine. Like, he deserves that. No, obviously not. Sorry, mate. Alrighty, the NPCs, the bandits. So, there's not many left.
They're all knocked, right?
Yeah,
They're
so
all fucking unconscious.
the good news is at least Oleg gets to remove a fatigue because he's evading and reserving, as does Ark. Ark is trapped, which does, though, mean that he needs to mark
3.
three fatigue or conditions to escape.
There's
Ark
still
is just
in the
trapped.
last round.
He's like moving against his barrel. He physically cannot mark that many things. He's just trapped in the barrel as he like runs around. The top of the barrel hasn't popped off yet, so he's also blind as he slams into the barrels trying to like get away. You just see his little legs poking out the bottom. Yeah, that's not great for Ark. Oleg at least clears the fatigue.
Does Oleg clear the fatigue even though I stunned him this round?
It's a good point. So Oleg, she did take the.
Sorry.
Yeah, so stun means she can't act. Evade and Reserve says clear 1 fatigue and then roll.
Okay, cool.
So I think she clears the fatigue, but she doesn't get to do anything. Like she's just, it's
Yeah.
just, she sort of like slowly gets up. The stun is cleared at the end of her turn, but there's nothing else she can do right now. Sparrow also gets to clear a fatigue. She sees you, Lilly, and goes, no, you need to help. We need to help. No, oh God. As she looks over at Ark and sees him trapped, and you knock a barrel onto him. She's not got a lot of options. She's going to rush forwards and she is going to remove the barrel from Ark.
Oh yes.
As she rushes
Why
forwards, you
not?
watch, she grabs it, pulls it off, and throws it to the ground on the other side of him. At the end of his turn, he clears his stun. But that does line them up quite nicely for a follow-up attack. Alrighty, I'll load us back in for the next round of approaches. You may now choose your approach. It's gonna be bad. I can already tell for the bandits.
Good. I'm sorry.
Alrighty.
If you do it again, I'm not looking. Oh, I didn't lock in. Sorry.
All right, everyone select again. This
Sorry,
is the. Everyone, tell Andrew and Archie how disappointed you are with a really big natural one
Super disappointed.
spamming in the chat. Let him know.
Right up there for your mother. Just super disappointed.
Wow. Just gonna reflect on that later tonight. What up with your mother? So is that everyone locked in?
Yes, Danny.
Wait, hang on. Did I have to log in again? No, okay, logged in.
You'll have to do it again, yeah.
Okay,
All
done.
right. Those ones are coming in.
Okay, I'm logged in.
Resolve. Alrighty, perfect. It's just advanced and attacks and invade and observes. Jedd, Tilla, could I get you two to please roll with passion? And then Ted, Lilly, and Keeko get ready to roll with creativity and harmony. 12. That's an absolute success from Tilla. Dragon, you're rolling really well tonight.
Yeah.
I think you're being rewarded as like this is your second like debut on the stream as a main cast member. I feel like you're being rewarded with some extra points. I promise
I
you,
didn't do well last
you will be
session.
punished. Yeah, don't worry, you'll be punished in the
stay.
future. It won't stay that way. No, it is fleeting. That's right. Brandon's spot on. Dragon stole everyone's luck. You did. You're a thief. Alrighty, and Lilly, that's a 12. That's an absolute success as well. Fuck me. What are you guys doing? This is gonna be so bad for these bandits. What are the two of you doing? Whoever wants to go first can go first. It does kind of make sense.
I'm evading
that
observe. I just did mine a little bit.
just did yours
early.
early. Sick.
Sorry.
Wait,
Jedd,
who
I
else
need
is
Jedd,
gonna
I
get
need
that?
I need an advanced attack from you, Jedd.
Oh shit.
You don't have to do anything.
I'm sorry. I'm out of it. I was just looking for them.
He was just listening to music in his head. The elevator song that plays when other people are talking and it's not his turn. Just, yeah. 7. Success with consequences. Tilla, do you want to go first? Because it's going to be brutal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing?
I know what you're doing.
I want to
Not helping you.
use Sand Whip.
Yes, absolutely.
And I want to use it against King.
Fantastic. So, because this is the first time you've pulled out Sandwich, do you want to talk us through it? Or I can.
So,
Either. Happy either way.
yeah, no man. Wield a torrent of sand to create a powerful whip, marking 1 fatigue to inflict 3 fatigue on your target. Your foe can choose to become impaired to reduce the amount of fatigue they suffer by 2.
Yeah, Sandwip's brutal.
I have
Lilly.
a question.
Yeah, man.
How long is the whip?
Yeah, good question.
It's a really long whip.
It's a long whip.
From wherever I make it. Because it's made out of
Me
sand.
this time.
Technically, I mean, it could be almost infinite width and length.
Oh, so it's sort of like
A
Like
really long
Sherva's.
whip.
Like Sherva's whip.
Yeah.
If anything, the stories of Tilla's whip inspired Sherva hundreds of years later.
This is the second longest whip I've seen.
It's the second longest. No, it's the longest whip right now. 100, 200 years in the future, it'll be the longest whip. Yeah, man, absolutely. Who would you like to target with your whip attack?
King.
King. Okay, that is a long whip then. I'm gonna say you probably have to move a wee bit closer because that's basically the entire width of the campsite. You're like, get over
Can I
here.
just make it from the quicksand that he's currently in?
Yes, you can. I'm going to say that you do have to kind of move out into the open for this. This is a pretty and this is a learned technique for you. This isn't a practiced or a master technique. So this is something that you're kind of still getting the hang of, this technique, as you kind of rush forwards into the clearing, revealing yourself to the bandits as you rush forwards and then pull up this width of sand that wraps around him. And then what do you want to slam him into the ground? Do you want it to just tie him up, basically, keep him prisoner?
Yeah, wrap around him and then pull him backwards.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, tie him up.
Tie him up. He's definitely going to take impaired because he cannot take 3 fatigue.
Oh, really?
Which means he can't do anything this round. You basically just
Wait,
take him out
wasn't
this
he
round.
already impaired?
That was for last round, so he didn't get to do anything last round. He's
please.
now impaired basically as you just lock him up. Oh no, that was afterwards. I'm gonna
Yeah,
upgrade
no,
that.
he should still
He
technically
can't
be
take
impaired because
impaired.
that was afterwards.
Yeah, it was. Tilla, how do you want to do this? How do you capture convicts when you're out like doing the work of a deputy? Like
Bury him alive.
Do you do like the Wild West, just bury him up to his head, up to his neck in the sand? You basically just like the sand whip comes up, grabs him, and then pulls him into the stone, and then solidifies, locking him in place.
Yeah, because that would make him trapped, right?
He's out. He's out. Don't worry.
So the whip comes up and wraps around him, and it like pulls him into the quicksand that he's currently standing in. And then
I think that would be doomed, right? You're in grave danger, Mark 1 fatigue every few seconds.
No, Bree, he's out.
Or is he actually just out?
He's out. He's out. That's why we're doing this. He's gone. He cannot mark 3 fatigue.
He's out. Yeah.
Guys, have think about this. Both Ted and Jedd blasted him with a huge quantity of sand. He then took twice from Jedd, so 3 total blasts. He was barely standing, and then Tilla comes along, bitch slaps him with some sand, and then pulls him into the pit. He's gone. That's it. He's out.
Is this King?
Yeah.
This is King.
Yeah.
Oh, this is also who Keeko bolted with.
Yeah. Keeko also smashed this guy with water bullets. I'm letting you know now. He could only mark. He had no fatigue left. He could only mark conditions. He had 2 conditions left that he could mark. There was no way out of this. This blast is it. As King is knocked unconscious. Are you the new leader? Are you?
No,
What was that, sorry?
I'm just saying my new leader, R.I.P.
What was that you said? Sorry, Brandon?
There's nothing worse than being wet and sandy.
Yeah.
So true. As you pull him out, like the sand goes into his underpants, up under his shirt, it's in his ears. As you sort of like pull him down, he cracks his head on the rock on the side of this pit, and you just watch as his head just like lolls back, his eyes so rolling back into his head. As he's
This is a children's show.
This isn't. This is Legends of Kyoshi. This is not. We're playing hardcore now.
This is 10 o'clock. This is the episodes of Avatar. Late night.
This is Kyoshi, motherfuckers. Like this is dark.
This is like 1 a.m. Adult Swim.
Okay. Tilla, because you've taken a practice technique, that is it. Because normally you get to do 2, but the practice technique takes the place of 2 techniques because it is a much harder thing for you to do. So that is you done.
Isn't it only learned? Because I haven't used it yet.
It should be
Then
learned.
Mark just practiced after using.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct.
Sure.
Yes.
So it means I get to do something else.
You get to do something else.
Oh god.
If you wanted to let Jedd do his one thing and then you come in afterwards, that's also fine. You don't have to take you both turns immediately. You can also like do the sand whip and then watch and see what Jedd's doing. I think we know what
I'm
Jedd's doing.
marking 2 fatigue.
Yeah.
There's a nice little thing right here
Yeah, I know.
where Jedd's body will actually just fly across 2 people.
Yeah. Don't even bother. Ark is gone. And with Jet and Ark both slamming into Sparrow, it's less that Sparrow slams into something, it's more things slamming into her. As all 3 are knocked backwards, Sparrow is going to be stunned. Ark is out of commission. Jedd, how do you want to do this?
So I just want to make like a pile of bodies. So like,
yeah, that
like,
checks out.
Jet and Ark will just fall on top of Sparrow, and that's how like he's stunned. Like at the moment, like it's just more of like a trapped thing, but like it's just a stunned.
You hear "ow" from underneath the pile of her comrades as Ark and Jet land on top of Sparrow. Cool.
Alki is also in that radius.
Oleg's out as Oleg is thrown bodily onto the sand here. That's it. Oleg's gone. Oleg is down. Hiya, that is incredible. If you guys just sacrifice yourself and your health really, really intensely, you can do a lot of damage. I do. I want to make a pile of bodies. Never thought I'd hear an Airbender say that. Yeah, I agree, Madflower. I never thought I'd hear an Airbender say that either. It's really not what I thought.
Disgraced Airbender, thank you very much.
Can we make a pile of bodies? They don't even have to be alive. They can be in any state. Decapitate. Pile them in the sky.
Now,
Oh my god.
King's head would be in that range. What happens? Nah.
Yeah, it's just 7. No,
Yes.
yeah, I think Tilla. How do you want to close this off? There's one person left alive, which is Ruta. Not alive, sorry. There's one person left up, which is Ruta.
I just turn and look at Ruto as well.
The thing is that you're like heavily bleeding. Like as you turn,
Yeah.
it's less Bad Boys and more like John Wick. Where you're just so fucked up. Yeah. Tilla, what you thinking?
Can I use... So Smash says Mark 1 fatigue to destroy or destabilize something in the environment, possibly inflicting or overcoming fictionally appropriate.
Oh no, what was your roll was a
positive
10 plus, wasn't it? You got a 12.
At 12, yeah.
So mark 1 fatigue to use a learn technique. So that is it. So that is your turn because
that is it.
That is it. Yeah, sorry, I had a brief mental breakdown there, and you also have to mark a fatigue because we're gonna get that.
That is. I already
to
did that.
practice level. Oh, nice. You're already on it. I guess we'll go to the evade and observes because... Oh, no, sorry. We do have one... No, we've got 2 groups of bandits doing advance and attack. I can take one of them off the initiative because one group is completely knocked out. And one of them's stunned. Is that correct, Andrew, after being blasted by...
Yeah.
Okay, so don't worry about Sparrow. She's not doing anything. She is stunned. So we're going to ignore her.
She's not too fatigued to not be stunned if she wants.
No, she can't. She cannot do that.
Andrew, none of them have any fatigue.
Ruta, who sees her sister go down as a result of your blast, looks towards you, Jedd, with fury and rage on her face and goes, "If the last thing I do is take you out, it will be worth it." She is going to slam down into the ground. She's going to do another one of those waves of stone that flies towards you.
Bye, guys.
I need you to mark 2 fatigue in a condition, which I think does knock you out.
Whoa.
You watch as this blast of stone slams into Jedd. Jedd, the last thing you see is this wall of crumbling stone flying towards you as it smashes into you. You feel this intense pain, a flash of light, and then darkness. And that is the last thing you see. You guys watch as Jedd is buried under stone. Just this rubble crashing and collapsing on top of him.
Nice knowing you.
Ruta then also clears the fatigue. No, she doesn't. No, she's fucked. That's it. That's all she can do. She smiles as she looks at Jedd's body completely covered in the stones and goes, "Well, at least I don't have to bury you now." Then it is the evade and observes. Could I please get Ted, Lilly, and Keeko to all roll with creativity or harmony, please? And you all get to remove a fatigue.
I already rolled.
Yeah.
Legend. You got 12, that's right.
14.
I don't want to talk about it.
14. 4
Ew.
from Ted. I think we're going to talk about it. Ted, what the fuck, man? What's wrong?
I think my brother's dead. I'm a little preoccupied.
Do you know what? Actually, thematically, that makes a lot of sense. Like the fact is, you watch your brother just die in front of you.
What did Archie roll?
4.
Oh.
So he not doing much.
I'm not the new guy anymore.
That's it. He doesn't get the good rolls. So we've got nothing from Ted. Keeko, what did you roll for your creativity or harmony?
I got a 14.
14? What would you like to do?
14? Well, whilst I'm in the mood for doing something a little bit different tonight, use something I haven't used before in the playbook, I'm going to try and test balance on Ruta.
Yep.
Try that out. I'm keen to see what these things do. It's a whole new season, new character. Yeah.
Ask what their principle
What was
is.
season 2?
She has to answer honestly. As she calls out. So how do you ask the question? I kind of want to know, like, how does this question come out? What do you ask her? What do you
Some
think?
sort of like.
What do you want?
All the water's on the ground. I'm sliding over, just
Yeah.
a little bit slick, like still sliding by. I'm just like,
She slap by you
looking
like,
at us.
"Hey, what up, babe?
Yeah, like,
Hey, girl, how you
For your
doing?
principal.
How you
what's your
doing?
principle?
What
Is it being a
drives
hero?
you,
'Cause all your
baby?
friends are dead right now.
Baby, do you come here often?" As you slide by, like surfing by, like make the eye contact, put a hand on her shoulder, like Spider-Man style, for into the Spider-Verse. Hey.
Absolutely.
What's the question you ask?
My question, like asking her principal, is just like, "Hey, is your principal being a hero? Because it looks like all your friends are dead right now."
She looks back at you, looks at her friends, and goes, "We just want to be free of the corruption in the Earth Kingdom, free of the tyranny of the Earth King." You can think freedom. Freedom probably is her principle.
Freedom from Jedd.
Freedom from life. What a slice! You do get to do another thing.
I can do another thing. Now that I've slid over, can I slide over to... if I bolster Jedd, can that give him like a bit of life back, or is he just like out?
He's out. He's out of the combat. He's out.
Long lives the king.
Salute you, brave
Wait,
sir.
no, that's the wrong character.
Andrew, could I get you to start? Could you send me through the character design? We're going to obviously have to roll up your character. All this stuff we planned with your brother, that's it now. All ended because of an argument your brother started with you. All of this because of a fight that Ted started last session. No, obviously.
I was actually going to ask.
Hello.
No.
In that case, I'm just going to play around with... I don't know, this move shouldn't be mastered. I think I must have clicked something wrong. It should only be learned.
Yeah.
Slide around the blow. And after saying that, I'm just going to keep sliding around Ruta. And they can't attack anyone else. They can only attack me. I'm just going to keep sliding around. Going, your hero?
Hey.
Huh?
Hey. Hey. What's up?
Johnny Brother.
Hey.
Hey, mama.
Yeah, baby. I can be your hero, baby. I can slide around the field. Alrighty.
Just
in that
like-
case. Fantastic. In that case, then, we also need... No, Ted did fuck all. Lily, you got a 12, mate. Take us through.
Okay.
Chad have gone,
So-
what did I miss? Yeah, that's a good question. You missed some incredible decisions.
I have an idea, but it's kind of really fucked up, and I'm not sure if I can do it.
I'm 100% in,
So-
whatever it is. Let's go.
Under evade and observe, I can plant a trap, so place a snare or triggered explosive into your environment.
Yeah. Are you just going to drop it on Sparrow with the bodies on top of her? Is that what you're proposing?
Not quite what I was thinking. First, I would like to
Just
commit,
slowly
recenter
open her
myself.
jaw, push the trap in her mouth, and then slowly walk away with the string on the
Spoilers.
hand grenade pin.
That's literally spoilers. Okay.
I was joking because that's fucking horrifying. And I thought, it's so funny because it's so out of character. Like, this is so bad.
This is
There's not
the
in a million
Geneva
years anyone would
suggestion,
do
baby.
this. Yeah.
But
No,
you know what she's
That's
like.
exactly what I want to do.
Jesus
But
Christ, what is wrong with you?
First,
This has turned from group therapy into you need therapy.
This is therapy.
If Jedd could see this, he'd be proud.
so because I get 2 moves,
felt
first I
Kyoshi
will
be up for
commit
this.
myself. I'll recenter myself amidst the spray and
Yeah.
shift my balance towards friendship because I'm doing this for my friends.
Yep.
And then I'm going to walk
That's a weak ass
over-
excuse. Oh, Your Honor, I had to murder all those orphans. It was for my friends.
Oh man. And then I'm going to walk over to Sparrow
Yeah.
and gently open her mouth and say, I'm so sorry. And literally my idea was to place a bomb in her mouth.
What?
I'm pretty sure the joke is done. I'm pretty sure
You know Invincible when he gets pummeled into the side of the mountain by his dad? That's what's happening right now.
I think we've got the name of the episode.
Absolutely.
Too far. Just,
Like before you said it, before you were like, put it
I
in it,
was
like, That was
joking.
my idea. That's what I had in my head.
I was joking because it's so horrifying. It's taking whatever someone would say to the absolute extreme, to the point where no one would ever suggest that, and that's genuinely what you want to do. Yeah, cool. I mean, what bomb are you placing in her mouth? I think that's the next question I have to ask.
Put MH
It doesn't really matter. It doesn't
Sorry.
really matter.
Napalm!
In line with the friendship, it is the bomb that I tried to place in
Under
front
Tilla.
of Tilla. It wasn't actually a smoke bomb, it was a explosive device.
Oh, that's
So when she
Good
pushed
idea.
it back towards me, it went up in smoke in my face, but the explosive device inside of it, like the same kind of bomb, the little explosive device is just what I'm putting in her mouth because the whole bomb wouldn't fit. And I blasted her off.
friendship. That's friendship right there.
I'm just about to stick an IED
Got a blast.
in
Got a
some
blast.
civilian's mouth.
Can you imagine like an 8-year-old
Anywhere
doing
that I
this?
can like stop this.
Nope.
No. God.
Thank you for making me describe this. And I made a promise very, very early on in the Lost Archives that I would always describe things with as much physical accuracy as possible. I always try and incorporate as much real-world science, real-world anatomy, and real-world physics into any situation. You have really made me question that decision for the very first time in the entire history of any campaign we've ever run. Here's what happens.
Can I just add one?
Oh, you're not done. Why not?
It's also full of glitter, so when it goes off, it's really pretty.
As her
So
head
I-
pops like a ripe melon.
So when I lean down and I say I'm really sorry, I'll say,
Yeah.
by the way, it's Lilly.
Wow.
And then I'm gonna mouth.
Lily says it.
And I do have to know, what is the trigger for this bomb going off? Is this triggered by like activation of like a
Saliva.
pressure plate? Is it saliva triggered?
It's literally it's a pressure plate. So it's in her mouth, and if she closes her mouth, the pressure plate hits the top of her mouth and explodes.
You put a bouncing Betty in her mouth? You monster.
Here's what happens. As you go to like open her jaw, she kind of resists, so you dig your fingers in just underneath her chin, triggering the muscle reflex to open up the jaw. As you basically get her to open up her mouth, you push this explosive section of a smoke bomb. You have this like package wrapped in a little bit of metal and in a bit of leather that you've wrapped up, black powder, that you push in, jamming into her mouth. As her eyes fill up with tears, the reflex of having something pressing against the back of her throat with the gag reflex, as she looks at you with pain, betrayal, given that all she's ever tried to do is protect you and look after you. As you push this into her mouth, you can see the hurt and the fear in her eyes, as she lies there, tears sort of leaking out the side of her face, as you hear, oh. Yeah. Does anyone else have a turn? What are we up to? What are we doing? Is that everyone?
Homies.
Ted
Yes,
failed.
everyone.
Lily, Keeko, you did
Bree,
something.
I just imagine Bruce is just over here looking at this and just like, what the
Just so you know, obviously these are recorded, and so like in the future when you're in court, the lawyers will find this and they will play this section for the jury. And I really do think this is the point where like any sympathy you might have gained is gone.
The worst part is, I said I want to do something really fucked up, and then you guessed it word for word what I wanted to do.
Yeah,
So either you know me too well after the last 2 years, or that was the worst thing you could think of.
it's the worst thing I could think of in that moment. Yeah. And I didn't genuinely for a second think I was predicting what you were going to do. I thought, how funny is this? This is the worst thing ever. And then you're like, no, that's my plan. That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Open wide. Here comes the airplane. Yeah. So,
Just a real fucked up kid. Don't worry about it.
what am I doing?
It's just made so much worse by the fact that she's like 8 years old.
Yeah, no kidding.
Wait, what?
fast thing to say, right? Am I
They
right?
grow up so fast.
Could I get everyone to select a new approach? There's really only one person left who can do anything in this moment, and that person is very much focused on killing Jedd. Jedd's down, so now they've turned their murder boner towards Ted.
Why
Did
would
they just
do
see
that?
me do
No,
that?
they're stuck
No,
on
they're very
Keeko.
focused. Oh shit!
good.
Yeah, she's stuck.
Their,
That's
their,
right.
their focus is
Me.
stuck on Keeko.
Yeah, she's
I'm
stuck on Keeko.
sliding. I'm slipping and sliding.
So she wouldn't have even noticed what I just did to
Nah.
Sparrow.
No, she's got no idea. Oh man,
Look at my
This
eyes.
is,
Look around the eyes. Look around the eyes. Look at my eyes.
I was wondering
Yeah.
like what could we do as a YouTube short? I don't think this is one of them.
No.
Andrew,
I think that's it.
got a question, my
You can
friend?
probably get it on Kick.
Yeah, I have
maybe.
an ability called Honed where I can clear static conditions.
Yeah.
I don't think I can use it right. No.
You're unconscious.
No. Okay.
Loser.
I can clear 3.
Has everyone
that's fine.
selected an approach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jedd, you are
My mum
first
watches
off the. Yeah, good.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Do you mean
yeah.
Ted?
It says Jedd did defend a maneuver. I don't know why Jedd was selecting to do things.
Oh.
We're going to move on to Keeko,
Because
Ted.
I
and-
locked in anyway.
Yeah. Keeko and Ted, could I get you to please roll me with passion?
Passion.
Passion.
What do I roll?
Are you
focus for?
gonna put a hand grenade in someone's mouth?
Oh, defend
Yeah,
the
you
maneuver
got
is
80
focus.
This has really changed the way I see you, Bree.
Now, Bree, if you put it underneath them, pressure plate wise, if they got off it and it blew up, that's how you do it.
Yeah, no, you put that under their pillow.
Dead man's trigger.
Yeah.
That's called.
So that way they're stuck there and they can't get in the.
No, I was thinking along the landmine route.
I do like the sorry mum in chat. That's nice.
Good.
That
He
that should
watches
that should
the-
make up for it. Yeah. I hope. If can you have like a recording app ready on your phone, and when she calls you, because she will, can you record what she says? Can we have that as content?
Honestly, she'll probably be proud. Let's be real.
I did not raise you to be a fucking psychopath.
No, I think she'd be proud. She'd be like, sociopath, just like mummy, like something like that.
I'm not a
Sorry, Mum.
psychopath. I'm an assassin. I have standards. Under
I
mental order.
I love the comment from chat. This is why she was never brought into a gang. Everyone was too scared.
Too scared of it. Yeah. Like the first time she was like brought into a little like kids group, and they were handing out like little tiny fireworks for some sort of like harvest festival day. Lilly was handing around like actual hand grenades, and most of the kids lost their hands. Like some of them never recovered. Ted, that's a 7. Keeko, that's a 9. Both of you may choose one approach.
I don't think Lilly ever got invited to birthday parties.
It was the
Nope.
last birthday they ever had.
They were the pinata.
I'm just gonna strike Ruda.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a little strike as well. Why not?
But I feel like Lily crashed a lot of birthday parties.
Because I wasn't invited.
Yeah, you just showed up and you're like,
Crashed, bombed a lot of birthday parties. Yeah.
yeah,
They,
same.
they light the candles of the cake, but it's actually a fuse.
Yeah.
Okay, when I gave my character description to Owen, I said she is a small girl who gets herself adopted into families, steals everything, and then blows their house up when she leaves. Like, he should have known this was coming.
I feel like this is an escalation, damaging property to putting live explosive devices in people's mouths. They're-
Children.
if you can't,
People grow up.
if you can't see the escalation there, then we really do need to have a talk.
In that description, though,
Owen was
no one ever was said to be out of the building when she blew it up.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's on me. You're right.
That's
It's on
what
me.
I'm like, maybe
I'm the one in the
Owen
wrong
was
here.
checking himself.
Yeah.
He was thinking, okay, they're going out to church in the morning to come home. Oh, house is blown up. Not
No. It's in the middle of the night.
You take
You
the
just clock
clock
the
off.
house.
Ted and Keeko, what are you guys doing,
Why
please?
there's a tree warning?
Striking.
Striking. Who would you like to strike?
Yes. Tough one.
Tough one. Lilly?
Barrow.
Surely you're scared of Lilly at this point.
Yes, but in like a too scared way to do anything.
Oh, yeah, to do anything about it. Did you want to mark a fatigue to force Ruta to take a specific?
I will not.
I thought so. Ruta
She can
is
just take
looking
2 fatigue.
very hurt. What does your strike look like? Talk us through.
What am I? Airbender.
It's a concern that you didn't already know that.
I was thinking waterbending for a second. I got confused. I don't know. The darkness sort of brought me back to
Bloodbend them.
bloodbending.
Yeah.
for a minute.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
I was like, you know what would be fun if I was a firebender and I just shot at Sparrow's mouth. That's fine.
Oh my god.
Welcome to the campaign, dragon.
They weren't like this. They weren't like this. I only can assume that your influence has been a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, in the last
Hi.
we were keeping it very G.
Yeah, we were very mild in the last one, yeah.
Mhm.
I just want to do some like air jabs, like towards like the stomach and throat area.
There. As you send out these little blasts of compressed air as it slams into her, you watch as she stumbles backwards. Keeko still slipping and sliding around, going hey, as he moves around dodging the air blasts. Keeko, what would you like to do?
Whilst I'm watching him blast wind at a windpipe, I'm just gonna get some water as well, and just as wind comes in, and then just a rope of water, same thing, bam. The 1-2 punch, if you will.
Fantastic. Did you want to mark a fatigue to force her to take anything in particular?
Anyone else attacking, or is it just us?
Just you two.
That's just us.
Okay, I'll mark fatigue, make sure she takes the full benefit of the wompage, and she can mark 2 fatigue.
Keeko, how do you want to do this?
Oh yeah. It's just wind, water, halfway there to Avatar right now. We're doing it. As the last one's about to come through, wind it up, and any last words?
As you ask her any last words, she turns to you and goes, just that I will get you back. And then the water slams into her face, strikes her head against the tent, and she just slumps down unconscious.
Thought it'd been cooler. Oh well.
Yay!
I'm gonna take us out of a combat exchange because there's no one left except for Sparrow, who is doomed. I'm going to give her.
Does that mean I don't get to do my thing?
Sorry, there's no one left. Everyone's unconscious. You can do something if you want. You can still do a thing.
You can literally just kill Sparrow.
Because I feel like I'm going to make everyone here mad at me.
Oh, don't help Sparrow.
No, I'm helping Sparrow.
I want to take. I'm taking King's bandana or scarf while you do that.
So
it's a pressure plate. It's a pressure plate in her mouth.
Yeah, you can't really take it out.
Take it out.
Well, you can.
Well, unless you take out her head.
No. I asked very carefully what's the trigger. The trigger was compression. Bree said if she closes her mouth, it'll trigger it. So she can take it out. If anything, it's the easiest thing to do. Take it out.
Air blast at her instead.
Tilla, how are you helping Sparrows? You see Sparrow lying there underneath the unconscious bodies of 2 of her friends, Ark and Jedd. She's just crying as she looks really, really hurt and betrayed towards Lilly.
I will...
Are we still in combat initiative?
No, I'm taking us out.
Cool, I'm gonna go and kick her in the jaw.
No. No, you're not.
Is it like ugly crying where her jaw's shaking?
No, it's much more just very silent, tears just running down her face as she lies there.
As with as Ruta goes down.
Yeah.
I start running towards the pile of bodies, towards Archie and Sparrow, and I'm just yelling at Lilly, what the hell is wrong with you? What are you doing?
I gave her a snack.
Oh.
And then I get to them, and I very carefully kneel next to them, and I create a barrier around us.
Does she have to roll for this?
What do you mean?
If I did, which would the encounter
be successful?
I already did.
No, she's already rolled for it. But even then, she doesn't have to. This is just basically a free action at this point.
Okay.
And I create a barrier to essentially keep the rest of them away from us for the time being.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean, you're a lawkeeper. Killing your targets and your bounties is a surefire way for you to not get paid and to very quickly lose your reputation. These are not wanted dead or alive. These are very much wanted alive and captured.
Yeah. So as I create this wall, I very carefully tell Sparrow, don't move, and then I very carefully and gently take it out of her mouth.
Yeah, as you slowly pull
and then
this,
essentially,
and throw it at Lily's feet again. Yeah.
No, encase it in sand. Throw it, move it with the sand to the edge of the encampment that we're in, and detonate it.
Damn, time to get it back.
Over towards the side of the encampment, as Tilla does this, Lilly, there's this sudden movement of sand. You watch as your explosive device moves out, just sailing on a little sea of sand, and then as it gets close, you watch as a big middle finger rises up out of the sand and then presses the button, causing it to detonate, eradicating the middle finger made of sand. As it goes off, the boom, resonates and echoes through the surrounding area, creating this very loud sonic blast, and I mean, you watch Tilla at your feet. You see Sparrow go, I surrender, I surrender, I surrender, I surrender, I surrender. Please, just, I surrender, I surrender.
It's okay. We're done. And then louder, I say to everyone, we're done.
Oh, Tilla.
What?
Can you help with Jedd? He's buried.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're an earthbender.
Yeah. I like, cause I'm like hands on the ground. I like shift my hands to turn like all of the stone that's
Just
currently
into
above
sand.
Jedd
Yeah.
into sand, and it just gradually just falls off him.
Ted, I kind of imagine you're a bit like desperately kind of like claw away at these
Yeah.
large chunks of rocks and gravel trying to get to
I
your
start
brother.
drowning in sand.
Can I?
You're not drowning in sand, okay? Jesus Christ.
I can't do anything to help him, right?
You know that like he's pretty stunned. He's kind of knocked out at the moment, but give him a little bit of time and he'll wake up. You hope.
You could
I'll
roll
go-
help.
Can I go over to Ted? Can I guide and comfort Ted right now?
Yes, you can. Guide
Slide
and
up.
comfort Ted.
Slide over to him just a little bit. It's like, hey there, buddy. You know, sometimes we argue with our brother. Things get a little heated. Here's how it is, but don't feel too bad about yourself. You couldn't know it's going to happen, man. Chin up. You know,
Can I yell at him?
Keeko.
I want to yell at Keeko.
Sure. What do you want to do?
I just want to lash out at a friend.
Well, before
I
you
think.
do, we do need to see if this works.
Yeah.
Could I get you to roll with harmony? Because if it fails, you can shut him down, inflict a condition on him, and
10.
cause you some trouble. 10, absolute
It
success.
says on a hit they choose embrace your
Yeah.
guidance and comfort, or then it says they shut you down, so they can choose whether to shut you
Yeah,
down or embrace
sounds
it
like
on
Ted
hit.
is choosing to shut you down.
Yeah, I would like to lash out at a friend.
You inflict a condition on Keeko. What? Talk us through lash out at a friend.
Lash out at a friend. Well, that just helps me
Just helps you clear a
Yeah.
condition.
get rid of angry.
But I was going to get rid of 2 fatigue for you, and I was going to get a thing. But no, I won't stop you. You can lash out at me. It's fine.
I just want to yell at him. I was like, I just want to help my brother. I just want just go away. Just do something else. Help something else.
That's a condition, Keeko. But you also get to shift Ted's balance if you so desire.
I get to shift it now, you say.
Because he shut you
So
down.
he marks a condition on me.
He marks a condition on you, and you shift his balance. Troubled as it
I wish I
makes
killed
sense.
you with this.
Yeah. So I'm now a little bit afraid, and I'm gonna shift you away from the center. I'm like,
So
You know-
towards excellence or community?
What are those options? I feel like
it's over.
It can't be community.
I support the community.
Yeah, I feel like
Amazing.
excellence, but more of like self-centered excellence.
It's not
Oh,
because
so stay in the
excellence is a
center.
superior option. It's because community is absolutely
not,
not.
We're not really a community. Let's be real here.
You know what? You're just too excellent sometimes. You know
Yeah,
that.
fuck you. You're fucking perfect.
Yeah, we're gonna shift away there. Like,
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what? Maybe your brother had a point, and I'm sliding away now. Yeah, go.
Hey, maybe your brother had a point.
Don't know how long I'm gonna keep up this slide.
Amazing. While that's going on, Lilly, I need to know what you're doing.
Putting the bomb back.
No, she exploded it. I'm rummaging through all of the tents, and I would like to assess the situation.
And you'd like to look for the most valuable things that you can find.
I sure would. I got an 8. I would like to find the most valuable and interesting things here. Even if they are on people, because I'm just rummaging and looting like a dirty little D&D player.
loot
My
goblin,
other assess the
we call them.
situation. Yeah. My other assess the situation, I would like to ask the question.
So ready.
What hit can I use to create more bombs?
Not a lot to help you create more bombs. Unfortunately, most of what they've stolen is food and supplies. It looks like they were stocking up, trying to get items. Way more than they could ever eat themselves. It's pretty clear early on, Lilly, that they were stealing supplies to help take back to their base of operations, probably to help fund the revival of the Yellownecks, this bandit organization. Interestingly, not a lot of interesting things on them. Given that this is a bandit group, you were expecting there to be lots of really cool, like, forbidden, like, treasure maps and really cool weapons. But for the most part, like, I mean, the two boys, Ark and Jedd, just had, like, clubs. Like, just bits of stick that have been, like, partially carved and polished. I mean, you can see that the three Earthbenders had the yellow scarves. The yellow scarves look like they're pretty interesting. Keeko's already taken the one off King and is, like, wearing it as a bandana at this point, I think. He's got the yellow scarf. But the other two women both have their scarves still on. The most interesting thing you find as you go through all of this is what looks like a small journal. Roughly sort of like 10 centimeters tall, 5 centimeters wide. It's a very, very small book. And inside you can see lines and lines of words, which you think might be codes. You don't yet know what they mean, but it definitely piques your curiosity. This is definitely some sort of code book.
God, if it's a journal about finding this sweet little girl and how much they trust and love it,
he didn't have time to add that to his journal. No, it's not a journal. It's a code book.
Yeah,
you can add code book to your inventory. King's code book or Yellowneck code book if you like to use inventory.
Yeah, I also want to take one of the scarves and just put it in my bag.
You can also
just
add
in
yellow
case.
scarf to your inventory. I'm assuming as well, Tilla, you're probably going around tying up the bandits, like binding their hands and like, because you know how to deal with benders, you know how to stop them being able to use their bending. It's all about getting them in the right position and blocking up their ability to access the elements. So you go around, put ropes on that bind the hands together so that they're actually like locked in on the top of each other. So rather than like binding the hands together like this, where they can still earthbend, you actually like lock them behind with the arms together like this, so that they can't even like really use the hands to get the earth moving at all. Obviously, feet are a bit of a problem for earthbenders, but one of the easiest ways you can deal with that is just put shoes on them. Problem solved.
Yep.
As you bind them all up and get them all basically locked together, Sparrow does not fight back. You watch as Lilly begins going through everyone's stuff. She won't even look at Lilly. She seems very, very hurt and betrayed, and a little bit scared of her. Is there anything else the rest of you would be doing during this time?
Is there anything else I can do for Jedd?
Yeah, I mean, as you look after him and begin trying to like help him out, after a little bit of time,
Guide and comfort.
Yeah, guide and comfort's probably the closest, and after a little bit of time, Jedd does sort of wake up. I'd say like half an hour is if you do guide and comfort. After about half an hour, Jedd, you sort of come to feeling very much worse.
I don't help you. I don't
No,
help you.
yeah, that's fair.
I roll a 3. I don't help you.
To destroy.
For a second, I thought you were just saying that you
I'm
just don't want to do
sobbing so
that.
much.
Jedd, as you slowly come to and look around the campsite, you can see it's a shit show. The tents are partially collapsed from having people fly into them from the concussive air blasts. The ground around the fire has been turned to mud by the water from Keeko's bending. There's these like slides and areas of slick, slippery mud where Keeko is sliding around as well. And you can see that Tilla has bound and gagged all of these people and has got them now tied in a bit of a line to help keep them in order, keep them moving along.
In my rummaging, I find any kind of medical supplies or sewing supplies that I can use to patch up someone's hole through their chest?
Sewing supplies, you probably would actually find a needle and thread in Oleg's stuff. It looks like she had needle and thread for helping to patch and repair clothing. In terms of things for explosives, nothing really that you find. But in terms of actual silver and gold, you do manage to find some gold pieces as well that I forgot to mention. You find 18 silver pieces. Yeah. And 21 copper pieces.
Nice. We're rich.
There you go.
Okay. I would like to go over. Ted was the one that was stabbed and has a hole in him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jedd was just buried. I'd like to go over to Ted and be like, hey, I learned in like Girl Scouts, I guess, how to patch you up. Is it okay if I patch this hole that's in you?
You could just say
so
I
you stop
grew up on
bleeding
the
over everything?
streets of Ba Sing Se. I've had to patch up myself and others before. Like, it's not even a Girl Scouts
Yeah,
thing.
I know. Yeah, I know. Is it okay if I patch this up for you?
I'm a fucking monster. Can
Kind
I
of
touch you?
bleeding everywhere.
As long as I can pack this explosive device in there as well.
Yeah.
Then we're
Oh, I've got this poultice. It's made of gunpowder, but I'm just going to patch it in and just really tamp it in there. I've got some nitroglycerin. It's really good for disinfecting. Nitroglycerin. Let me just...
It's really accurate that my harmony is -1. I rolled a 9 for guide and comfort to patch you up. So that would be clear a condition or 2 fatigue.
Oh, condition.
And I may ask one question and you must answer honestly.
Hang on.
He gets to pick
Conditional
his
fatigue.
response, though.
Okay, you hit me.
Okay, you have to answer honestly.
For podcast listeners, Archie just did the most suspicious looking wink I've ever seen. Like, if you did that in public place, you would be arrested.
I'm going to ask, so what exactly is Jedd looking for in leaving the air temple? Like, what happened? Why are you guys here?
She asked, what am I looking for?
You're his brother, you should know. Why are you following him around if you don't know where he's going or what he's doing?
He's my brother. I have to follow. I look after him. He's a bit dumb. I told you this.
Am I
So
still out
you
at this
don't know
point?
what he's here for? What he's
He just
doing?
needed a trip. He needed to get out and explore the world. He wasn't really into the air temple ways.
I can get that. I can totally understand.
So he decided to leave, and you know, like you've seen here, he's not exactly the smartest fighter. So he needed someone to help him.
Fair enough. I do wish that I had read chat before asking that question. Do you like me? Yes, no.
I did. Do you like me? Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
It's a good question. Could have done that.
Oh,
Does that answer your
chat's
question?
really depressing me now. Yeah, that's good enough.
That answers your question? Sweet. I mean, you guys have these mystery solved, right? You now are pretty confident these guys were the ones stealing the food. Tilla, you needed to capture these people. Mission accomplished. It is going to be a bit of a long walk back to the Siwong Oasis with them in tow, but you know that there is a party coming after you who can take these people back and hand in the bounty. You've got a group behind you who's
Not
only...
that kind of party.
Not that kind of party. You got a group coming
party.
behind of...
No.
a group coming behind of people who have not deputies like yourself, but kind of like unofficial members of the town guard who were going to follow in your footsteps. Yeah, think of them as more like the guards. And so, like, once you'd solved the mystery and figured out who it was, I mean, really, you weren't supposed to go after these people by yourself. You were supposed to look a bit of ahead, find out who they were, get the information, and then the guards were going to handle it. But I mean, you found a group of people. Yeah, you found a group of people who could get it done. And despite their kind of questionable methods, these guys were pretty effective. You do have some serious
you, Lilly.
questions about Lilly. Like, if anything, maybe there's a sense of obligation that you really should not let this child run around without some form of supervision from law enforcement.
Funny, because
Like,
Tilla's the only one who saw what I did, and then she removed it before anyone else saw what I did.
oh, you guys watch as Tilla goes, absolutely not, Lilly! Like, pulls out the explosive, and then you guys
Oh
watch
yeah,
as...
because I was yelling at you.
Your
So they
Honor,
would-
They were all
Yes.
preoccupied.
I was looking at my brother.
Your
In that
Honor,
case-
I was dead.
So
Yeah.
it's only Keeko. It's only Keeko who knows then.
Keeko, would you have noticed?
Oh,
No. Keeko, would you have cared?
That's a better question. You would have been like, the rat bag. What's she doing?
Ah, little scoundrel.
what a cheeky little tyke.
Sorry about it.
You maybe noticed a little explosion, but you wouldn't have seen where it was pulled from.
Just tell me where not to step, and it's okay. I don't mind. I'm very chill. I'm like a cool uncle of the group.
Tilla did put up walls to keep people out. That is true.
wouldn't have seen it, but you would have heard me yell.
Yeah, yelling out.
But it
And
could have
then
been placed anywhere.
Yeah.
It could have been put anywhere then.
might not have been in the
he
mouth.
wouldn't
That's
have known where it came from.
Yeah.
No one else knew that it was in her mouth.
That's true. That's true. Only Tilla knows this. So yeah, Tilla, there's a sense of obligation a little bit as law enforcement. Like, there needs to be some level of oversight of
child
this
is
child.
not running around on its own. God damn it.
As for the purposes of keeping things moving, as you guys make your way back towards the town of Koru with these people in tow, as they wake up, Tilla has already bound and gagged them. You can see King desperately trying to talk to you guys, appealing to you, but again, he's got a gag over here. Yes.
I'll listen
Can I pull the gag out?
Yeah, as you slowly pull down the gag, he's like, you don't understand what you're doing. You'll be hunted for this once I get out. I'm going to put the word
gag
out.
back
The
in.
entire...
So, question: what is
I
this
thought you
campaign
were
rated?
Apologize. I like your scarf, by the way, King.
What is this campaign rated?
MA 15
Yeah, what
plus.
is this campaign rated?
Rated.
Is it
MA
like
15
MA
plus.
15 plus?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
For everyone.
MA 15 plus. No, MA 15 plus. MA 15 plus. As you
is that not
march
MA
these...
15 plus if I just...
How many times can we say F, the F word, in MA15 plus? 50? 100? 15?
Can you decapitate someone in MA 15
No.
plus?
off screen, as you march these prisoners back
Off
towards the
screen.
campsite.
No, they're not doing anything.
As you march
My
these
God.
prisoners back to the campsite, Tilla, as promised, the group, the guards that were coming from the Siwang Oasis said there'd only be a day behind you. You watch as they pull in. 3 people riding on camel ostrich immediately jump down. The eldest one walking towards you, an older woman you've spoken to many, many times, Sarah, who, as soon as she sees you walking with all of the bandits in tow, just shakes her head and goes, "You were told to wait until we got here.
I know.
You're
but
making us look bad, Tilla."
circumstances forced my hand.
Well, I mean,
And
you got them all. This is everyone, right? This is the whole bunch?
this is all of them.
Well, I mean, you've more than earned your bounty. Did this lot help? Or
Yes,
Sure did. Is
she
that your
reaches
mum?
in,
I did the most help.
pulls out a gold coin, inflicts a gold coin to
Your
Ted,
question.
Keeko, Jedd, and Lilly, and then hands a pouch to you, Tilla.
Cool, we're gonna have a talk soon.
You don't need to share how much gold is in this pouch, but it's considerably more than one.
Yeah.
If you later on, or right now, if you peek right now, you can see it looks like it's about 20 gold pieces. The bounty for each of them.
This is the most gold I've ever had
Yeah,
in my life.
and that you'll ever
Yeah, just the one. Yeah,
one gold. As you get flicked the gold pieces each, you snatch it out of the air and look down. You can see that it's stamped with the seal of the Earth Kingdom. The current head of the Earth King stamped on one side, and then the 2 badger moles holding the coin on the other. Well, Sarah says as she shakes her head and looks at the group of them before beginning to truss them over the backs of the camel ostrich. You coming back with us, or what's next for you, Tilla?
I'll be back in a bit.
Yeah, righto. You got more bounties we
No,
need
you
to
should go with
catch up
them.
and keep up with, or
Get rid of the
Something
witness.
just send us a message if you need us to pick up any of your bounties. We'll bring the gold.
Yeah. Tell Dad not to worry. I'll be fine.
Well, I mean, I can say that all I want, but we both know he's going to worry.
Yeah.
Make sure you pop by, all right? Don't be too long. I don't want to have to be sent out to try and find you, collect your bounty.
I won't be too long. I promise. Also, and then with the pouch, you said there was like what 20 pieces in there.
Yeah, 20 gold pieces.
I'll take like 7, and then I give the rest back to her and I say, "Give it to Dad."
Sure.
Positive.
If you're staying away for a bit, you might need resources.
I can make do. Don't worry.
You know he's going to refuse.
Especially
And,
with this love.
you know he's going to refuse and tell me to come back
If
and
we
find
have to
you.
pay 12 gold coins for something, we're screwed.
I'll take the gold.
No, it's my
You watch,
bounty.
you watch as this woman just looks towards you, slowly lifts off the helmet and goes, "And who the fuck are you?"
Are you still mum?
No.
Excuse me. You said that was the bounty for capturing these guys. We technically captured them, so technically we are part
So
of the
you're
bounty.
you're registered law officials with the Earth Kingdom then, and
She's
able to collect
registered
bounties.
something.
No,
I'm
Yeah,
no.
registered.
Yeah.
You watch as she slowly looks down towards you, Lilly, and laughs in your face. Maybe when you're a bit older.
What was your name again?
Sarah.
Tilla's mum.
I take out a piece of paper and write her name down and put it back.
She just looks at you, raises one eyebrow, and goes, maybe when you're older. Shakes her head and looks
Something
back
will
towards you,
happen when
Tilla.
I'm older.
What was your name, little one?
Chrysanthemum.
You watch
Lavender.
as one of the people in the queue, one of the bound bandits, shakes her head and begins going. Sarah looks over and goes, "What? What's up? What's the racket?" Lilly, you see Sparrow really putting up a bit of a fight as Sarah walks over and pulls
Just killed him.
the scarf down. You watch as Sparrow goes, I need to tell you something about that child. Sarah sort of leans in. You hear a bit of whispering. Sarah slowly
knock him
puts
out.
the gag back up, shakes her head and goes, all right, think we got all we need. Anything else?
See you soon.
Yeah.
I'll see you soon, Sarah.
I'm not taking the money. She hands the
No,
patch
you
back.
have to.
I'll hold it. As a noble
No.
airbender, I'll
Yes.
hold it for her.
I thought you lot didn't have anything to do with money.
I'm just holding it for her. I'm not gonna spend it.
That's
Look,
what
at least
Airbenders
take
do.
half of
Invent
it to Dad, and
bandits
just
ever,
tell him to
because
hold
they
on
take
to
no
it for
cut.
me, please.
She pulls out 10 of the gold, hands you 10, keeps the pouch, tucks it away, and goes, right, fine. But he's just going to send me after you to drop it off again.
You've only got 3 left in there.
There's 3 left.
Yeah, I only need 3 because I'm holding 7.
No. He gave you 10.
When I have 17 now, she's got 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, because you had, how much did you, there was 13 left in
I
the
took
pouch.
7 out.
Yeah, so there's 13 left in
13
the pouch, so
pouch.
she hands you 6 in that case.
Okay, just tell him to hold on to it for me. I'll be back for the rest of it.
All right.
Invest it in Apple.
The hell's
Apples? Apples aren't, no. If you're at the future, mango tarts, surely.
Cabbages.
Cabbages, yeah, cabbages. Yeah.
Owen, can I assess the situation
Yeah, man.
around here?
100%.
When she gets the bag?
Yeah.
For sure. I like to do a cheeky one of these, see how it go.
I love that you're all just outright criminals.
Literally.
I've got it.
What?
I've got a 9.
9. Yeah, what's your question?
When she gets that bag, where does she put it?
Tilla or Sarah?
Son.
You watch as she tucks it up under her breastplate, moving it. So she's got like this sort of like layered leather breastplate that she wears.
Breastplate. I was like, seeing that, I was sort of like just like Poppy. Like, oh, what I keep saying every other name. I'm just going to keep going Poppy, that's right, that's the name I know.
Yeah.
Like, Poppy, do you see where she puts that gold just now?
Yeah, I reckon you could reach it. I think I'm a little bit too small though.
I know,
I could
seeing it
distract
like-
her though.
Why hear
Yeah,
this?
I was going to say, it feels
I'd
like
say they
a-
probably don't say this in front of you.
Yeah. I was going to say, it feels like a distraction of some sort. You could probably sneak that. You're tiny. You've got nimble hands.
Yeah, if you want to do the distraction, I can get up there.
When should we wait till everyone goes and come back to this later on?
I think they're
Maybe she
leaving.
might have. Yeah, no. Okay. We'll think about this for a bit.
Cool. After a bit, less than a bit, given that there's nothing else you guys had business with Sarah
Yeah.
for, like as she sort of like nods,
Yeah.
jumps back on the camel ostrich, gives you a wave, Tilla, and a bit of a side glance at Lilly, and then rides off with the captured bandits.
Bye, Tilla's mum.
Not my mum.
That you know.
No, she's talking about your
As
dad a lot.
as you guys make your way out of the village of Koru, again keeping things moving quickly so that we can make sure this doesn't go for 50 episodes. You
But we want that. You said you want that.
I did not say that. You are all. Zulu comes out and thanks you. Gime comes out and gives Keeko a bit of a nervous wave. Yeah, gives a wave back, and with that, you guys begin making your way back the short trip back towards Yokoya village. And that is where we're going to wrap up for tonight. We will be back next week as you guys get back to Yokoya village and have another chat with Rangi. So, I guess the only thing I can kind of say is I hope you don't have too many nightmares after this episode, courtesy of Bree. Thank you so much for joining us. If you are feeling really disturbed by this, I'm going to put a link to maybe a video of Bree apologizing at the bottom.
Where are you getting that from?
Wait, what?
I'll
There's
just
a
deep
video
fake
of that?
it. I'll just deep fake it.
I'll
I'll
deep
just deep fake it.
Yeah, hours of content of it anyway.
Just like take the clip from when I like knocked over the barrels. I'm like, oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
for
that. I'll just have that as a short, and it just links to the short. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been wonderful having you here once again. We will see you all again next week for more Avatar Legends, the legacy of Kyoshi. But until then, everybody, stay safe, stay well. We'll see you all again super soon. And remember, if you're in Brisbane, Logan, Gold Coast, any of those areas, come and say hi on Sunday. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be loads and loads of fun. See you guys there. Farewell, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
See ya.